What's up, Taji fam? Welcome back to another video with the Taji Legacy. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can pull up to your reps, just like this. Alright. Very easy. It's going to take a lot of time, but eventually I believe that you guys can get there with the help of this video. Let's get straight into it.
You don't fuck with a god.
It's quite obvious that if you guys are really serious about trying to pull all the way to your stomach, you're gonna have to do some form of explosive training. To put it simply, you have to do your explosive pull workouts at least once a week. The muscle up was the hardest exercise that I had to train for, and by doing so, I did 2 explosive workouts every single week. And I did that over the course of a whole year, and that's led me to do, I guess, what I would call a strict muscle up, okay? I would also like to say that I did explosive training, explosive pulling training twice a week. I did ignore hypertrophy, but I'm saying to you guys now that you don't need to exclude hypertrophy in order to pull up all the way to your stomach. I did this unintentionally. I achieved this goal without really realizing it, okay? I just jumped on a bar, did a muscle up, and then I just did a high pull-up, and that's really how I found out that I could do this. But if you guys are intentional about doing this, trust me, you only need to do explosive workouts about once a week, but you have to do this every single week, okay? You can't skip a day. You have to do pull. You still have to do pull twice a week, and in one of those pull workouts, you have to do an explosive workout. It's quite simple that you are going to be doing explosive training, okay? But within those explosive workouts is where all the magic happens. Within those explosive workouts, there are 3 things that you guys really have to consider and put significance into, okay? So the first one, we're going to cover 3 things in this video. What exercises are in those workouts, how many reps you're allocating to those exercises, and how you are performing those exercises. We'll dissect each thoroughly right now. Now, you've heard it here before. We've expressed that we do a lot of explosive endurance training. If you guys are not familiar with explosive endurance training, it's basically being able to perform an explosive or plyometric movement at the same amount of strength, okay? So if I were to do a high pull-up and I intentionally try to pull up to my lower chest for a high amount of reps, that is explosive endurance training. At least that is the goal and the aim and the purpose of that workout, okay? So getting into the exercises, that is where this whole thing plays a significant role. What exercises you're actually putting in. And I do like to say that I do recommend doing about 4 exercises in each workout. And within those workouts, those exercises consist of 3 sets. Okay, so first of all, getting into what exercises you should be doing in those explosive pulling workouts, we break it down to 4 main exercises that you should be doing in each explosive workout each week. The first one, simple, pull-ups. Second one, chin-ups. Third one, Australian pull-ups. And then the 4th one, Australian chin-ups. Of course, you're not just going to be doing ordinary pull-ups, chin-ups. You're going to be alternating groups throughout the weeks. And you're not just limiting yourself to ordinary pull-ups. You're not going straight up and down. You're not going to build explosive strength that way. In this same instance, we are training for power and explosiveness. Now we're getting into how many reps for those exercises and how many reps you should be allocating to those exercises. In a different kind of scenario, in explosive endurance training, you'll be doing high reps. In this instance, I'd like to keep it at around 3 to 6, while that explosive endurance part would be going to around 6 to 8 or beyond that. And just keep in mind with that explosive endurance, you're trying to make the same height in each pull or in each push. In this instance, you are still trying to maintain that height, but you're doing it for a low amount of reps, okay? So you could say within the explosive endurance, you are saving strength and trying to sustain that explosive power, whereas in this kind of training, you're going full out, okay? You're putting everything that you can into that exercise. You're not just pulling where you would like to. You're pulling as much power as you can draw from your body. That is what I'm trying to put here. So I like to stay within that 3 to 6 rep range and go through all the exercises that I just listed with different kind of variations. Now, in contrast to the easier exercises, you're not going to be doing 3 to 6 reps or any less than that on the Australians. That is way too easy. There's not going to be enough of a challenge in order to actually help you get stronger, okay? You're going to be doing a lot of reps. You may be doing probably even more than 20. Just keep that in mind when you do get into the Australians. And how I like to structure this whole thing, this whole workout as a whole, okay? I like to put in the exercises that actually make me work a little bit harder, i.e. the actual pull-ups or the chin-ups. I'll go from maybe an ordinary high pull-up, do as much as I can for 3 sets, and rest. I forgot to put in rest in. You're going to be resting for about 3 minutes or so before we get into the next set, okay? Keep that in mind, and that'll cover everything for how many reps you should be doing. Okay? The last one is how you're supposed to execute those exercises. You're not just going from point A to point B, okay? We've emphasized that so many times, but you are actually doing those exercises quite differently, and you can structure them quite differently as well. Of course, you can stick to the ordinary high pull-up where you're swinging down a bit and then pulling up, but you can also stick with what we like to call the strict explosive pull-up, which is where you stay in a dead hang and then pull up as hard as you can, eliminating that momentum and swing and challenging you just a bit more, okay? Just like this. All right, no swing from here, and then when you feel that you're ready, just pull up. Instead of going from a high pull-up where you intentionally build up and then pull up. And then as for the kind of horizontal pulling movements in the Australian, both pull-ups and chin-ups, or pronated and supinated, with these ones you can stick with plyometrics or really just trying to pull up as fast as you can and then eccentrically lowering yourself, just like this, okay? You're going from either a plyo where you try to drive as much power up to the bar without actually trying to destroy your sternum, okay? My bad on that, but you get the gist on that. Don't try to use too much power, since this is actually really easy. I think I broke something, and the same thing, you can rather do those plyos, or you can just try to do the exercise as fast as possible. Make that rep as fast as possible without trying to pump the bar in your chest. Hopefully you can learn from this, and I hope that you guys implement this into your next explosive pulling workout. If you guys do want to make your muscle up a lot cleaner, if you guys do want to pull all the way to your stomach and impress everyone in the gym, okay? So that concludes everything. Make sure to like the video if you have found this video helpful. Comment down below any more video suggestions. Subscribe for more content just like this. Stay strong, never give up, make gains. Taiji fam, to the end, thick and thin, Taiji's always within. Peace out.
Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and said, I'm not getting up on time. I'm not going to work on time. I'm not putting in 120% when I'm at work. I let me down. And when you get to the point where you can say you let you down, I don't care. Listen to me, no disrespect. I don't care about Glenn. That's not why I do what I do. And I love Glenn. I don't come here and do what I do.